Good evening and welcome to the Brockton School Committee meeting. Today is Tuesday, December 16, 2025. Time is 5:30. We are located at the George Rhyme Little Theater here, located at Brockton High School, 470 Forest Ave. Dear visitors, welcome to the meeting of the Brockton School Committee. This is the agenda that will be discussed this evening. Please note that the hearing of visitors is included. If you have a statement or question, please give your name to the secretary. I have several individuals. In addition to attending this meeting, the public can view this meeting via television on Comcast Channel 8 and 1071 HD version and online via this link, www.youtube.com/TheBrocktonChannels. I'll call this meeting to order by establishing a quorum. Mrs. Sullivan?
Here.
Mr. Gomes?
Here.
Mr. Vega?
Here.
Ms. Oliver?
Here.
Ms. Azak?
Here.
Dr. Tiliani and myself, Tony Rodriguez, the vice chair, is present. Not with us is Mr. Tim Sullivan, who's a little bit under the weather, and the mayor is running a few minutes behind. If we can all now stand and salute the American flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Hearing the visitors. Pursuant to the school committee policy, each person requesting to speak shall be allotted a maximum of 3 minutes. Since this period is limited to 15 minutes, a total of 5 people shall be permitted to speak on a first-come, first basis. The first individual is Melissa Thomas. If you can come to the podium, please.
Hi. My name is Melissa Thomas. My son is a 5th grade student at the Angelo School in one of the 3 TAG classrooms. The TAG program is a wonderful program. I feel incredibly lucky that my son has had the opportunity to participate in this program for his 4th and 5th grade years. I'm here because I'm concerned about the plans for these students as they enter middle school next year. With the TAG program no longer existing at the middle school level, I feel as though these students aren't being given the opportunities that they've worked for. My concerns are there will be a loss of momentum between elementary school and high school. These children are currently getting advanced instruction in all subject areas. While the Honors Academy is available in middle school, it only covers ELA and math. It seems this is doing a disservice to students who should be completing more challenging work in all subject areas. They'll have 3 years of middle school where they're not getting advanced instruction in science and social studies, leading into high school where these opportunities will exist again. The advanced instruction that these children are receiving is invaluable. The invention convention that they held last week is a great example of this. There's a risk of repeated curriculum. While having the Honors Academy available in each middle school allows children currently not in TAG to also receive advanced instruction, there's a strong likelihood that our TAG students will be doing repetitive work or relearning things they've already learned. TAG students are currently working on lessons above their grade level, while other 5th grade students throughout the city are learning at their current grade level. By putting them in the same Honors Academy classes, they're bound to be repeating work they've already done when they begin with 6th grade work. Some of our TAG classes are already on 6th grade ELA work. We need to continue to support these talented and gifted children. These children were identified by the school district as being capable of doing advanced work and needing a program to support and encourage their academic growth. I feel it is incumbent upon the school district to continue on this path, to the benefit not only of the students, but to the benefit of the community as well. It's this type of program that highlights the focus on educational excellence that sets a community and school system apart. We should be doing everything possible to encourage students capable of completing more advanced coursework to continue challenging themselves. It's also important to note that having this population of students in your schools boosts test scores and increases the overall appearance of the Brockton public school system. Without this program being an option in middle school, there are already parents exploring options outside of Brockton public schools for their children, and the city should be doing all they can to keep these students in the system. The TAG parents encourage the district to look again at the TAG program in middle school and continue to support these exceptional children. We feel there is a place in the schools for both the Honors Academy and the TAG programs. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Next individual is Kim Gibson, president of the BEA.
Good evening, Vice Chair Rodriguez, Superintendent Tahiliani, members of the school committee. As BEA president, I want to take a moment to thank the members of the school committee bargaining team who put in countless hours of work on the successor contract with the Brockton Education Association. Bargaining chair for the school committee was Judy Sullivan. Members on the committee were Anna Oliver, Tim Sullivan, and Jorge Vega, as well as Superintendent Priya Tahiliani, Deputy Superintendent Sharon Walder, and Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources Kathy Moran, along with legal counsel Sarah Spatafor. We began bargaining in April, and over the months there were many difficult conversations with a lot of listening and understanding by both bargaining teams. We didn't always agree on the issues, but we took the time to understand one another's perspective on the varying topics that we discussed. The outcome is one that shows a commitment to attract, retain, and support educators who choose to work for the Brockton Public Schools, as well as being fiscally responsible given the budgetary issues Brockton has faced over the past few years. This successor contract represents the dedication the certified staff have for your students and the larger community of Brockton, as well as the commitment the school committee has to our staff and students. I'm proud to report that the BEA ratified the contract last Thursday evening, and tonight you will be taking your official vote to ratify as well. In closing, I want to thank all of you for your dedication to the students and educators here in Brockton. To those of you who will be leaving the school committee at the end of this month, I do want to thank you for your years of service and dedication. It's remarkable all that you've done for the students in Brockton. I'm hoping that the new school committee will continue that work, and I look forward to working with the newly elected members as well as those who are currently here. I look forward to continuing our work to make Brockton School Department the best one in the state. I wish all of you a holiday season that is full of joy, and thank you for all of your time.
Thank you very much, Ms. Gibson. Next individual is Erica Gilbert.
Hi, good evening. My name's Erica Gilbert, and my son, Braden, is also a student at the Angelo School in the TAG program. I can't tell you enough great things about this program. We were previously at the Gilmore before this, and for Braden, he wasn't challenged. And this program has given him an opportunity to excel in everything. He's been taught organizational skills. He's been taught how to present presentations. The invention convention that was mentioned was such an eye-opener to go to it, because all of these students, they really went through creating these boards and creating these presentations with their own inventions, and they all had speeches prepared. They were prepared to speak in public. You know, before this, he didn't like school as much when he went into the 2nd and 3rd grade. He was kind of forgotten about. He was considered a very bright child, but there were other kids that needed more attention. I'm very worried that if he goes to middle school, he will yet again be forgotten about. I don't know enough about the honors program, so I don't want to say ill on it at all, but I just want to say how much the TAG program has meant to us and how lucky we've been to be a part of this. It's really changed our lives. It's not only the teachers and staff that care about his well-being, but they also care about their mental health. They really do treat each individual child on a case-by-case basis, and as a group, they're very collaborative. He's made tons of amazing friends. These kids are great kids and individuals, and I really just don't want to see them get lost in the middle school when they go. I do fear for that for my child. As was mentioned, you know, there are parents that may be looking for other options, you know, and I don't want to say that I'm one of them, but I do get nervous that if he ends up in South, that he's going to end up, you know, getting lost a little bit. And if we go through a review period in the beginning of the year, I don't want him to be labeled as, you know, a problem child because he's talking too much, because he's bored. I want him to be challenged. He's done so well being challenged. And I'm very disappointed that this TAG program is not going to continue past the 5th grade. So thank you for listening. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. First of all, thank you. I'm sorry I'm late. My son goes to Providence College, and because of the incident in Brown, they canceled finals, so I had to go pick him up, and that's why I'm late. So I do apologize. Thank you, Ms. Vice Chairman, for filling in. Next hearing a visit, Amy Changarukis. I'm sorry. Good evening.
Thank you. My name is Amy Changarakis. My daughter is also a tag student at the Angelo School, and when she first got the letter that she was accepted to it, I was so excited. My son is also in Brockton schools. He did not get accepted to it, and he's in the Honors Academy. So I'm seeing both ends of the spectrum here, and I can say with 100% confidence, my daughter is working at a much more challenging level. She is doing things that my son in the 9th grade has not done yet. Her communication skills, her ability to present, talking to adults, her business concept. The invention convention is a fabulous idea. My son did nothing like that. He's in the 9th grade. He still has not done anything like that. And again, that's very specific to the TAG program. It just gives, she's challenged. She has had the best 2 years since she's been in school. Mind you, she started during COVID, but she has had the best 2 years. She hasn't complained to me once. If anything, she's enjoying going in. She doesn't, I don't know, many kids that do well with, doing the same thing they did before. As Melissa mentioned, the potential for repeated academics and repeated learning, that's not really going to get them anywhere. And that was one of the concerns that I had. And again, just the whole, she's a shy girl. She's very shy, but she has opened up so much in the 4th and 5th grade. She's found her people, I feel. She's found her people. She's growing, socially, emotionally, and that's something that with kids you have to focus on. You have to focus on their social, emotional well-being. If they are not getting what they need, or if they're not being challenged, they are not going to succeed. They're not growing their minds. They're not being able to grow in all areas. And that was, her being so comfortable now. My son did go to South. He loves it. He's completely different child than my daughter. And he did get a little lost in the mix there, and I can easily see where it could happen. Right now they're dedicated. They're getting dedicated with their curriculum, attention. They're growing. There's a small group of kids. And that's really, outside of the TAG program, there are smaller groups of kids in each classroom getting their dedicated curriculum, their dedicated help. But when you shuffle it all out, that can also be detrimental to other kids in the class. You could have, 6 groups of kids in one class that all have different needs, but when you're focusing on those different needs, there's always the other group it's a detriment to, because they're not getting that full attention on them. So, it would be great. I can see the difference in both, the honors and the TAG, and to have it continued through to high school, I would love to see it considered. Again, it's for the best interest of the kids, I believe, in the school system, because they are a great group of kids. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. The last hearing of visit is Jackie O'Donnell, please. Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Jackie O'Donnell, and I'm a born and raised Brocktonian and a 2004 graduate of Brockton High School. I now have 3 children who are students in the district. My oldest is in 7th grade at the Ashfield. My middle son is in 5th grade at the Angelo in the TAG program, and my youngest son is in 3rd grade at the Brookfield. I'm here because my oldest son participated in the TAG program in grades 4 and 5. He had an amazing experience, and it was an accelerated program. He learned so much. They did projects. There was no downtime. These kids were targeted by the district as being top 75 students. They were then placed into an accelerated program. Amazing. I don't have enough positive things to say. However, something that I'm asking the school committee to please consider is to reinstate having this TAG cohort at the middle school level. It was replaced with Honors Academy in 2023. And with that being said, students now only receive advanced classes in math and English. They do not have accelerated advanced classes in foreign language, science, or in history. So they go from, learning a lot at a fast pace then to being back in the classroom, and now they're bored. My situation, I feel like I see it firsthand because my oldest son is 7th grade. So he did have 2 years of the TAG, and now this is his 2nd year at middle school. He's got A's and B's. He's flying through. flying through. But that's not what we want. I want my children to be challenged academically. Education is a value in our house. And I just wanted the district to please consider, it's only 75 students, which is, equates to 3 classes. So we're just asking that 3 classes please be able to remain together at the middle school level. Thank you so much for your time.
Ms. O'Donnell.
you.
Thank you. That actually concludes hearing of visitors, which was Agenda 2. We will now go on to Agenda 3, report of the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Tahiliani.
Good evening, everyone. We're going to start with a few recognitions. I'd like to start by recognizing some of our outgoing school committee members. To start, Jorge Vega joined the committee last spring representing Ward 1 after earning his appointment. I wanted to thank Mr. Vega for his service for the last 2 years to the community and to the district. It has been my honor to serve alongside you, and I appreciate all the support you've provided me. I know we've met regularly to discuss many issues and that you stay connected with me on those issues, and it has been my honor to serve alongside you. Second, I would like to recognize Judy Sullivan, who joined the committee in 2014 and has served Ward 5 on the committee for 11 years. We want to thank Judy for your very long-standing commitment to the community and to the district. I also have been honored to serve alongside you. It has been incredibly helpful to have your institutional and historical knowledge, and I appreciate how welcoming you have been to me and how supportive you've been to me during my transition into the district. And last but not least, I did want to recognize Mayor Sullivan, who is the chair of our committee. He joined the committee in 2020 and has served as chair since then, while also leading the city of Brockton. Thank you, Mayor Sullivan, for 5 years of service to the community and to the district on the committee, which came in addition to your time serving the city as a city council member. I truly appreciate the honor of having worked alongside you and how supportive you have been to me in this transition, which has been difficult at times. I appreciate the opportunity to work with you, to learn from you, to problem solve with you. I think we are in a much better position than we were this time last year, and I think that is due in great part to your leadership.
Thank you very much.
so much.
Thank you. I just, first of all, thank you very much, Dr. Tahiliani. It's been really an absolute honor to work with you. I am so thankful the day that you accepted our offer. The best is yet to come for you and your team and BPS. I want to thank all the school committee members. This is my 20th year public service for the city of Brockton, 14 as the city council at large, and now January 5th, when I concluded, will be my 6th year as mayor. So I want to thank all of you. We've gone through good times, bad times, but we have always had the eyes on the prize to make sure that we do it for the right reasons, for the boys and girls. The boys and girls are going to be on that stage in the Nelson Auditorium in just a little while playing the holiday songs. So again, I thank all of you. This will go on my wall in my office at home. I will be the former mayor, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm a dad of a kid in the system. So we will continue to work together for the best interest and always showcase that Brockton Public Schools is the best in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Thank you all, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Tillahani and Mayor Sullivan. It's my microphone that's making the noise. I would like to thank my constituents, the people of Ward 5 that always supported me through 6 voting cycles. Their support, even during tough budget cycles, is deeply appreciated. I would also like to thank Mayor Sullivan, Dr. Tahiliani, the committee members, the teachers, the administrators, the paraprofessionals, and staff of the Brockton Public Schools for giving me this opportunity to work with them towards the good of our schools. Being on a school committee is an important job. It is a job that reflects our schools and the kids. Therefore, it needs to be positive. The Brockton Public Schools have been looked at in a negative light over the years. This is not fair because the Brockton Public Schools is a school district that serves every pathway for kids to be successful beyond high school. There is nothing that our schools do not offer kids, and there are no educators or staff that work harder than our staff and educators. I've seen them do amazing work over the years. Our school district, once again, has been put in a negative light recently with the budget difficulties over the past few years, and also the problems at the high school following the pandemic during a leadership change. We have to get the positive public image back to our schools. Dr. Tahiliani and her team, and Mayor Sullivan and his team, have worked hard to make changes that were definitely needed with the state. Dr. Tahiliani and her team have been doing an amazing job on the budget, and Principal McGaskill has been a positive leader at the high school and has made many changes for the better. And I thank all of them. Thank you.
I just want to say thank you to this body and to Brockton. To my colleagues on the committee, thank you for the work we've done together during a period that was anything but easy. Over the past year and a half, we moved this district from crisis to stability, and that matters. We hired a superintendent who has already turned around our financial systems and is now deep into the hard work of academic improvement. We approved a budget that puts guardrails around spending and restores credibility and accountability. We're about to launch the district's first real-time public budget portal, something families and taxpayers have deserved for a long time. And I also want to be clear about where the real work happens. Our teachers, paraprofessionals, and school-based staff have carried this district through uncertainty with professionalism and care. Our students have shown resilience, and Brockton families continue to partner with our schools even when the road wasn't always smooth. None of the progress we're seeing today happens without them. I'd also like to offer a special thank you to the people who keep this committee prepared and on track every single meeting. Melinda Campbell, Jerry DeGrassa, and Donna Migdal. Your organization, professionalism, and steady presence make this work possible. Thank you as well to our friends, Brockton Community Access, for consistently covering these meetings with professionalism and care. And while there's still a great deal of work ahead, our committee has seen real academic progress. In K-3 literacy, more than half of our students who were previously struggling are now demonstrating competence or better. That progress reflects focused leadership, better data, and sustained effort at the classroom level. I want to recognize Superintendent Tahiliani, the district leadership team, and our principals for setting the conditions that made this possible. As for what's next for me, I'm not going far. I'll continue serving as chair of Brockton's Library Board, where I'll be working with the superintendent to make connections between City Library and our revitalized school libraries. I'll stay connected through DPAC, the District Parent Advisory Council, which brings parents from across the district together to share feedback and perspective with school and district leadership. And I'll continue working with community organizations like Blessings in a Backpack, which help ensure students come to school healthy, supported, and ready to learn. I look forward to continuing to work alongside all of you, just in a different capacity. Finally, I wish to welcome and extend my well wishes to incoming committee members, Mr. Pena and Ms. Centeo, hoping that they have the very best of experiences as they step into these roles. The work is demanding, but it's important, and I hope they find it fulfilling. Once again, thank you. And
Thank you.
Sorry, Ms. Azak.
It's
please.
okay. I just want, just a few words. So thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
We not only went through COVID, but we've been through a lot the past few years. So thank you for your service on the committee. Mrs. Sullivan, Mr. Vega, thank you for your service. And I'm sure you're both going to stay involved, but I just wanted to reach out and say thank you. Thank you for your service, because being on the other side of the table, people don't see what we go through off camera. So it's a lot of prep work, a lot of times that we we take our time away from our families and things like that because we put our students first. So I just wanted to thank you both for your service. Thank you.
Ms. Oliver, please.
I think this is a very difficult night, but I think that I just want to say thank you, Chair, for welcoming me in my first year. I know even with Ms. Sullivan and Mr. Vega, we have not always agreed, but we have always put stuff aside when it comes to the children of Brockton and making sure we are focusing on what we need to focus, making sure they're getting the best academic ever and making sure the school's safe. But I do appreciate that everybody's opinion was always, respected and valued. And I know we have always had a little back and forth, but it was always professional and knowledgeable to learn a lot of things from, especially Ms. Sullivan, who's been here for a very long time. And Mr. Vega has a lot of great ideas, and I cannot wait to continue working with you to continue making school district the best it can be in the state of Massachusetts. And I'll probably will still see you at West with my son with them playing football. But thank you for definitely making it the best 2 years of being a school committee member. Thank you.
Very much, Ms. Oliver. Thank you. Wilms, please.
Similarly, I want to say thank you, and thank you for your time, for your dedication, for your commitment and investment in the city of Brockton, in our school district, for our students, for our family, for the community. It hasn't always been easy, that's for sure, but we've pulled together, we've done what we needed to do. And it takes a lot, it takes time, thank you to the families, to everybody that has supported you guys and allow us to have the time to be here, to be in closed doors, doing discussions, you name it. Hopefully you guys won't be going far, and we can still pull from the library of wisdom, of knowledge, of historical values that you guys bear and carry with you. But I just wanted to say thank you for your years of service, and hopefully you'll continue to participate and contribute in whatever capacity that you guys can. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Vice Chairman, please.
Where do I start? Mayor, I just want to thank you for your years of service to the city of Brockton. Started off in the city council and carried on over to the school side as the chair. At odds at sometimes, but it takes a lot for somebody to run for office. We're liked and not liked. We don't make sometimes decisions that people are not going to agree with, and we get attacked from all sides. But you showed some tremendous leadership.
Thank you very much.
Even though at times some people question that, I questioned it, but there's tough decisions. That's what people have to understand, that there's tough decisions that you're going to make, and it's not always going to be popular. But I just want to thank you for your service to the city of Brockton, and I know you'll still be involved some way, some shape, or form, and carry on that tradition.
Thank you, sir.
Judy, when I came on, it was a little bit kind of like a mentor, but you've brought a lot of knowledge, things that as a new member that come on, we look to the members that's been on the committee for a while for leadership and guidance to answer questions, because we don't have all the answers. And you've been here for quite a long time, and Ward 5 appreciates for many years keeping you in this seat, because you did represent Ward 5 to the best of your ability in growing partnership and leadership. And I know you'll still be involved, and just want to congratulate you and much success on whatever you do after politics, or maybe you try to come back. So congratulations, and wish you well. Mr. Vega, Ace Boo Cool. It was interesting serving with you. Very knowledgeable. You educated me a lot. We all, have our strong points and our views when it comes. One of the things that, every member, hopefully they know that sitting in this position is not an easy one. The decisions that we make impact thousands of students in where they go in their life and their career and their higher education. And then you brought that apple to this committee. I know we disagreed on some things and we agreed on a lot. And hopefully I know you're still going to be involved. I know I'm expecting some phone calls moving along, and I'll always be reaching out to you for any type of guidance or support. People don't see what we do behind the scenes and doing a better job. So thank you for your service, for putting your name in that hat and representing Ward 1 and moving things forward. So thank you.
Thank you, everybody. We'll continue on the agenda.
Thank you. Our next recognition is to the African American Association of Brockton. And at this point, I'd like to hand it over to School Committee Member Judy Sullivan.
Judy, you want me to come down, right? You want me to come down?
Okay. I'll go up to the podium and...
Yeah, go ahead. Of course.
The African American Association of Brockton held its third annual Juneteenth celebration at the Brockton Fairgrounds this June. Through this event, the organization continues to provide meaningful opportunities for children and families to come together, learn and celebrate culture, history, and community. Their ongoing efforts reflect a strong commitment to creating inclusive, educational, and joyful experiences for the Brockton community. And this lady here and her family are the leaders of it. This is Jamie Hodges. I'd like to introduce you to her. She started this whole organization of the Afro-American Association of Brockton, and she's only a young girl, and she's always doing something for the families and to bring people together, and her family is right there behind her. So I'd like to welcome her and congratulate her on accepting this recognition.
Good evening, members of the school committee. Definitely Mayor Robert F. Sullivan, Chair, thank you so much for this. Superintendent Tahiliani, Vice Chair Rodriguez. I want to thank everyone so much for inviting us here. And Judy Sullivan, definitely thank you so much for recognizing the work that me and my family do 2 times a year. I just wrote something that I just want to say really quick. On behalf of the African American Association of Brockton, I'm deeply honored to accept this recognition. This recognition reflects the dedication, the hard work, and heart of everyone who makes our mission possible. First, I want to thank our volunteers who have worked tirelessly over the past 2 weeks. If anybody doesn't know a little background, we're doing a toy drive at the Westgate Mall, giving back to families and children who don't have any toys this holiday season. So this is what I'm reflecting on right now. Your energy, commitment, and compassion are the backbone of this work. To my parents and my family, who have helped restock and distribute the toys, your support is priceless. We also extend our gratitude to our vendors, who show up week after week to sell their handmade items to shoppers at the mall. If you're in the area and looking for a last-minute holiday gift idea, come on over and support our local small businesses here in Brockton. To our sponsors, Ocean State Job Lot, Chris Carney, George Millette of Hawkeye Fence. They have stood with us every step of the way, and I thank you all for believing in our mission that we do, from our toy drive to our Juneteenth celebration in June. And a special thanks to the Westgate Mall for providing a space for us to allow families to access our services in our toy drive this year. I am grateful for Ward 1 School Committee-elect Stephen Pina for showing up on our first day of our toy drive that we had at the mall. He was there giving out toys with the kids. So I thank you so much, Ward 1 Counselor Stephen Pina. I also want to thank our selected elected officials, Ward 3 Counselor Phil Griffin, Ward 5 City Councilor Jeff Thompson, Ward 4 City Councilor Susan DeCastro, Councilor at Large Wynn Farewell, Your support sends a message that community matters. While we acknowledge the school committee's recognition, it bears saying that recognition without presence rings hollow. As school committee members, you were elected to represent the students and families of Brockton, not in name only, but through visible commitment and action. Especially during the holiday season, our community needs more than acknowledgments and appearances. It needs leaders who show up with time, effort, and service. Real impact is made on the ground, alongside the families and students. You were chosen to serve, not in moments staged for recognition, but for the work that happens when no cameras are present. This is our final weekend of our toy distribution, and families are welcome to come to the Westgate Mall, 200 Westgate Drive in Brockton, Massachusetts, Saturday and Sunday, starting at 9 a.m. Once again, I thank you so much, Mayor Sullivan, Superintendent Tahiliani. Thank you so much, Judy. We're going to miss you so much, and members of the school committee. Thank you. Have a great night.
Happy holidays.
Good evening again. I'm excited to present to you all my last superintendent's update for school year, or for year 2025. I know that the outgoing members will continue to tune into these riveting reports, right, from the comfort of your homes. But really, these are my favorite parts of the evening, because it is an opportunity to just recognize some of the many amazing things that are happening around our district. So to start, oh, no batteries. Oh, thank you. I want to extend a huge congratulations to two members of our team who recently earned statewide recognition for their work. Brockton High School athletic trainer Brianna Pina has earned the District 8 Yoshitaka Ando Athletic Trainer Award. This recognition reflects Brianna's outstanding dedication and unwavering commitment to interscholastic athletics at BHS and beyond. BPS Art Director Sarah Richards received the Common Good Award for Mass Art, which recognizes artists, educators, and cultural leaders whose work demonstrates the transformative power of art and design in civic life. So congratulations again to Sarah and Brianna for these incredible recognitions. And while it may be cold and getting colder outside, students in Mrs. Roach's 4th grade classroom at the Kennedy found a way to capture heat in the name of s'more science. While learning about renewable resources, these young scientists engineered solar ovens. Their ovens got up to 118 degrees Fahrenheit, which melted their chocolate squares, making for some delicious treats. Yesterday was also the 67th day of school. And many of our educators around the district, including South, which I had the benefit of being able to witness, Arnone, and several others, celebrated 6-7 Day. It's also a really fun time of year around the district. There's so many holiday events and different things going on. At the therapeutic school, students actually filed a rare superintendent's appeal for a final judgment on the winner of their door decorating contest. While the contest brought forward 4 excellent designs put together by students and staff, they referred this to our office for the final judgment. At the therapeutic school, students and staff have teamed up to decorate doors for the holiday season. I know this is a tradition that's also at many other schools like the Brookfield, and again, it just builds a sense of camaraderie and fun spirit during our holidays. Several of our schools have been taking trips to the Boston Children's Museum. Here you see grade 1 students from the Baker exploring the different exhibits on display there, including Peeps World, which is based on the WGBH show. That exhibit features a waterfall feature as well as a shadow making section that gives students the chance to explore science by observing, comparing, and making predictions. Gilmore students who also recently visited the Children's Museum were on the receiving end of a $500 donation from Copeland Chevy that will benefit kindergarten and grade 2 classrooms. At a recent family engagement event, students, staff, and families enjoyed a fun-filled evening making gingerbread men. Mrs. Crehan and Mrs. Lonergan did a great job organizing everything and have set the bar high for their next family engagement event. I was also honored recently to present the 2025 Massachusetts Association of School Superintendents Awards to 4 outstanding students here at Brockton High School. I presented them last week alongside our BHS House leaders and Mr. McCaskill. Each of our 4 winners, Maxwell Bissett, George Chu, Chandru Zhang, and Roy Rattler, do exceptional work not only in the classroom but around BHS and beyond. From tutoring and peer mediation to participating in our arts and music programs, these students are model boxers. Here are some more of our model boxers who are seeking out opportunities to learn and grow on the weekends as well, not only here at BHS, but also at MIT and Northeastern. This week, the weekend of December 5th and 6th served as a capstone on those efforts. At MIT, students wrapped up their work exploring the science and technology behind autonomous vehicles that may someday dominate our roads. Students also spent time at Northeastern taking part in an engineering program that gave them hands-on, practical experience and exposed them to this potential career pathway. Meanwhile, we know our Brockton students are exceptional in their ability to code and fly drones, but that only happens once students have earned their FAA licenses, which a new class of pilots did following weekend coursework here at BHS. Congratulations to all of our student pilots and engineers for this effort that will benefit them greatly both in school and beyond. Finally, while you will get more information about this in a fiscal update next year, I did want to at least close out the year with a quick update on some of the ways that we are building greater financial transparency. So on the left, you will see that the committee and members of the community can now keep an eye on the district's grant awards by visiting bpsma.org. /finance, so that's already information that's there. This live grants dashboard will be regularly updated by our grants manager to reflect this year's fiscal grants and spending. On the right-hand side is our awaited open checkbook. The school committee members all have access to this now so that you can go in, provide us feedback before it goes completely live on our website next week. We have a lot of things going on in the finance department, and our finance team is here. Thank you for joining us tonight, and they will give you a deeper dive again in the next year. But we also just finished our first pilot of our warrant system. So again, we are moving along and doing our best to increase our financial transparency for our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Superintendent. Any questions from the committee for the superintendent's presentation? Mr. Vega, please.
Thank you for sharing that. I'm just going to jump to that last slide. So could you say the website link once more for the grant page that you showed?
Oh, sure. It is bpsma.org /finance. I will say that when I go onto the bpsma.org website, and if you go into the search bar, it's sometimes easiest to just like type in there what you're looking for and it'll come up.
And secondly, when will the open checkbook page that you showed be available?
So next week is our hope to go live to the community. You all have access to it now to preview it. We just wanted to make sure. I know that in one of the previous meetings, you all received access to several different links to show you how other school districts have formatted theirs. We received feedback. We chose a model, but again, now that we've updated it with Brockton's information, we just wanted to make sure that it meets everybody's expectations, that there's not any additional feedback that you have. So you all have an opportunity this week, and I'll send an email as well, or you'll receive an email from the finance department just reminding you where it is and how to check it out so that you can go in, look, and provide any feedback that you have. And then our hope is to go live before the winter break.
Fantastic. I just want to say I appreciate the work that you, the finance team, Open Architects have done to build transparency. Thank you so much.
Any other questions? Ms. Sullivan, please.
Yes, thank you for that. That's really amazing, because we never saw anything like that before that can track everything in real time, right? And with the open checkbook, you can, I mean, everything's right there. And the grants, I don't think we really ever knew, like, how much was there with the grants. I mean, you would see it come in on the accounts meetings, but then you'd see how, things were spent, but that was like every 3 months, but this is like all the time you can see it, so that's really a great thing. So it's very transparent, and I thank you for all the work you did on it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sullivan. Any additional comments at this time? Mr. Vice Chairman?
I know the committee's going to be taking this up. It's just a pilot program. I signed my first warrant. It took 3 years to, but anyway, with that process, I'll be making a further recommendation that it should be at least 2 members, and then once we have our finance meetings, that those warrants be attached to those documents so the other members can actually view it themselves, or attached to an accounts review meeting moving forward. So, but it's a great process, and it just goes to show another level of transparency when it comes to finance. So, looking forward to that.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chairman. Anybody else at this time? Seeing none, thank you, Superintendent. Subsection C, items refer to subcommittee. There would not be any because the legislative session is going to end. A new one will kick in on January 5. So anything that was pending needs to be refiled going into the new legislative session. Agenda 4 would be the consent agenda. We have 2 items, A and B, approval of the Paul Anthony Tasho Memorial Scholarship, and also the acceptance of donations, which were folding chairs to BPS. What's the will of the committee relative to those matters, please?
Motion to approve on the consent agenda, items A and B.
Form of a motion. Just for the record, motion was made by Ms. Azak. It was properly seconded by Mr. Gomes. All in favor, kindly raise your hand. If you oppose, raise your hand. Passes unanimous. Thank you. We'll go on now to unfinished business, which is subsection 5. Discussion, Attorney Peter Mello is here tonight. Thank you for being here tonight, Attorney Mello. Regarding proposed easement and Keith Field property, associated draft special act, and other related items. Attorney Mello, please. Thank you. Sure, just because it's being recorded. Yep, that'd be great. Thank you. Peter's a proud Brockton High grad. Does it feel good to be back? Yeah.
Forgive me if I'm a little nervous tonight, because I think I see my 5th grade social studies teacher, Miss Donna Room, in the room. So, whose class
She told me earlier you wore her homework still, so there you go.
whose class I probably disrupted many a time. So, good to see you. So, when I was last before the facilities subcommittee, which obviously is a committee of the whole, includes most of you. So you may remember I summarized what I think was a productive meeting among all the parties, folks from the city, representatives and members of the school committee, and officials from the Boys and Girls Club. We had envisioned that we would work collectively on a draft special act to basically memorialize the contemplated arrangement. So I think things are progressing well. I've exchanged draft special acts with Anthony Savastano, the attorney for the Boys and Girls Club. He and I have spoken a couple of times about it, and I think are in a pretty good place. What I would envision is that once we agree to terms among each other, we would bring that to the committee for its approval. And then provided we could find a sponsor from the city council, it would be filed with the city council. I've spoken with Shannon Resnick, the attorney for the city council, and have kind of talked through the process. And she confirmed that the first opportunity to file it with the city council would be early January, and then they meet on a regular schedule thereafter. So, so the hope is that we can come to a mutual understanding about the parties' preferred terms, bring it to the committee in the next several weeks or month or so, and go from there. We had some placeholder information for property references, which has been a little fluid in recent months because the property, the Keith Field property, previously was registered, and the city filed an application to deregister the property, which is a procedural measure that I think the land court formally approved.
Attorney Miller, can you just explain the difference, registered versus recorded land? Because one's land court, one's the registry of deeds.
Exactly,
Yep.
yeah. So registered, and this isn't my bailiwick at all, but it's more of a transactional attorney's thing. But the fundamental distinction between registered land and recorded land is that registered land has to be basically the subject of a land court proceeding. And I'm oversimplifying it, but if you want to take any action with respect to land that's registered, you need to get the land court's blessing, basically. And there was some legislation promulgated within the past couple of years, which made it easier for parties to deregister land, because although I think that when it was first adopted many years ago, like 100 years ago, it was in a different time envisioned as an optimal kind of system. I think in this day and age, it's a little clunky. And so anyway, the city applied, I want to say in June, to deregister the property, I think to make transactions a little more readily achieved. And my understanding from Anthony and from the court filings is that the land court approved that. Its approval was recorded, and now I think that there's an application pending before the planning board, or on its way to the planning board, to basically subdivide the parcel, the piece of the property that was the subject of the school committee's vote a couple of years back, relinquishment vote, I'll call it, to officially, establish that as a lot. And I think that once those proceedings are fully completed, the relevant property identifying information can get inserted into the draft that's been circulated, and I think we should be in good shape to present it to the committee. So that's about it. Happy to answer any questions.
Just point of information, for the registered land and land court, they sit in Boston. So any municipality that has registered land would have to go before a judge in Boston. It's archaic, it takes time, it's very timely. The backlog coming out of the land court was months and months and months. It was years and years during the pandemic. So a lot of municipalities, specifically gateway cities, are deregistering, so we don't have to go to land court in Boston. Here, we're very fortunate. We have a registry of deeds right next to Superior Courthouse on Belmont Street, and then, if need be, the register of deeds himself sits in Plymouth. So there wasn't anything other than to make it much more simplistic and to bring it to the year 2025. Any questions for Attorney Mello? Sure, Mr. Vega, please.
First, I just want to say thank you. I mean, having the opportunity to work with you over the last year and change, it's really, there's been considerable progress made. I just really want to encourage this committee to continue moving forward. Just as a reminder, the initial conversation around this Boys and Girls School District project that, I and some others got involved with the first time was a year ago. It was a December meeting where we new relatively new committee members got the opportunity to hear about this project. It's well over a year later, and while there has been progress made, there's considerable amount of work to do, and we want to make sure that we're stepping out of the way when needed, right? So what we're talking about is the opportunity for a very successful program that almost exclusively caters to BPS students, can accommodate more of our students and families. Thank you for the work that you've done, Mr. Mello.
Thank you.
Just a point of information, the conversation started under Mayor Bill Carpenter, and I've been the mayor 6 years. Moses was acting mayor for 6 months, so it's been a little longer than a year, without question. Anything else for Attorney Mello, please? Peter, thank you, and happy holidays. Thank you very
Happy
much.
holidays. Good
And you
to
might
see
want to see your former teacher before you leave. We'll go on now to Agenda 6, new business. There really wouldn't be any new business again, because this is the last legislative session meeting before we conclude. So we'll go on to the next matter. School police, is there a police liaison here tonight for an update? It may not be. Okay, we'll move on that. Announcements, are there any announcements? Ms. Azak, please.
If we can go back to, I know it's, we have the school safety and security for the school police liaison, but this is our last meeting of the year. Where are we? Are our police officers ready to go come January? I know I sound like a broken record. I just want to make sure we don't have a repeat. Have we heard back from downtown? Are we all set? Are our officers all set, ready to go come January to get re-sworn in?
That is my understanding.
It's my understanding as
We've
well.
gotten confirmation. Okay.
I've had meetings with Chief Perez and Priya, so I know they're both aligned. They understood there was a drop-dead date, and they were working together on that. It's my understanding we're going to be good to go.
Perfect. I just wanted to follow up.
If not, call Mayor-elect Rodriguez.
Until he's sworn in, so we'll be calling you Mayor. But no, thank you, Superintendent. So as far as announcements, I can skip to that. So I wanted to officially maybe invite Cradles to Crayons and recognize them. We were going to recognize them at the State House years ago, and then COVID hit. So I will reach back out to Senator Brady. I know we were going to have, a big to-do for them because they do a lot for Brockton. And I definitely want to recognize them, especially when I sat back and looked at all that they've done just in 1 year. And they've been doing this for almost 10 years. So actually, they have for 10 years. So I'm still getting emails. Unfortunately, if you did not get a coat, we ran out of sizes. I did drop some coats off to some of the schools, keep some extras on hand. We will be packing up whatever coats I have. We will be packing them up this week. We need to be out of the mall location. So I just want to just make an announcement, maybe reach out to the schools. I know sometimes they do get donations, but I wasn't able to. There's a handful we weren't able to fill, and it's a popular size. So next year we're going to request a lot more in that specific size. But I just want to thank Cradles to Crayons, and I definitely want the committee to invite them, recognize them here, and then I'd like to do something else for them, because they really have been very supportive for Brockton Public Schools. And thank you to Westgate Mall for allowing us to be there. So I know I'm working on something with Jordan. We're going to have a little bit of a slideshow come January, recognizing some of our volunteers. And it's really good seeing, I know with the cold weather, I see our students and I recognize some of those coats, and it makes my heart warm to see that we are benefiting, and at least Brockton's not being overlooked. So we are getting what we can for our students. So thank you again to those volunteers, and thank you to Cradles to Crayons, our staff that's all stepped in, and Mrs. Campbell as well for helping me. But that was it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Any other announcements? I just have one. I want to thank Muscle Movement. They donated wonderful toys again to the city side and also BPS side. John Snellgrove is the point person on BPS side. Every year since I've been mayor, they've donated about 1/3 of the gifts to City Hall and then 2/3 to BPS. So it's been a wonderful relationship. And then today we had UPS to Teamsters drop off a couple hundred more at City Hall. So I know the BPS folks didn't have any storage this year to put the toys, so I want to thank the War Memorial and Veteran Services. We've been hosting them over there. And again, we really are appreciative of the generosity of Muscle Movement and also UPS Teamsters. We'll move on then to Agenda 9. And I just have to read into the following executive session pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A3, to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining or litigation. If an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining or litigating position of the body and the chair so declares, as chair I do so declare, it's BEA custodians and bus drivers. The second matter is pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 38, Section 21-7, to comply with or act under the authority of any general or special law or federal grant and aid requirements, open meeting law, Mass General Law 30A, Section 22F and G, for the purpose of reviewing, approving, and/or releasing executive session minutes. Those are the two matters. I need to, first of all, get a motion on those.
Motion to go into executive session.
Mr. Sullivan made a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Now I'll have to call the roll. Seconded by Mr. Gomes. Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mr. Gomes?
Yes.
Mr. Vega?
Yes.
Ms. Oliver?
Yes.
Vice Chair?
Yes.
Ms. Azek?
Yes.
I'm a yes as well. We are going to be going into executive session. I do want to make it clear as chair, we may be coming back here Agenda item 10 says potential return to open session to vote on items from executive session. If it's determined in executive session that we will not be coming back out here, I will come back and notify the body and Brockton Community Access as well. Mrs. Campbell? G317. Thank you, everybody. G317, we're in executive session. Okay. We're back in from executive session. We now go on to agenda 10, potential return to open session to vote on items from executive session. Members of the committee, I believe we have two matters. Is there a motion relative to the BEA contract, MOU?
Motion to accept the MOA for the BEA contract?
Second.
Motion was made by Mrs. Sullivan, was properly seconded by Mr. Gomes. I'm gonna do a roll call because I know there's gonna be someone abstaining. Mrs. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mr. Gomes?
Yes.
Mr. Vega?
Yes.
Ms. Oliver?
Yes.
Vice Chair is abstaining.
Abstain, yes.
Abstaining for the record. Ms. Azak?
Yes.
And I'm a yes as well. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 yes, 1 abstain, and Mr. Sullivan is not here. Is there a pending matter relative to the Teamsters contract, the custodial Teamsters contract?
Motion to approve the custodial MOU as well.
Second.
Motion. Motion was made by Mr. Vega, probably second by Ms. Oliver. Again, I'll call.
Mr. Gomes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Gomes. Can you tell us? Well, yeah, hey, you're both dressed nice. I don't know what to tell you. You know, hey.
For correction, it's contract.
Contract, yes. The custodian's contract, as discussed. Second.
Second.
Okay. Mr. Gomes made it. It was probably second by Ms. Oliver. I'll call the roll on this one. Mrs. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mr. Gomes?
Yes.
Mr. Vega?
Yes.
Ms. Oliver?
Yes.
Vice Chairman?
Yes.
Ms. Azak?
Yes.
I'm a yes as well. That concludes the matters relative to the two votes. We will now go on to agenda 11, which is adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Go ahead, Ms.
Motion to
Sullivan.
adjourn. Oh,
Motion to
you
adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion was made by Mr. Sullivan, properly seconded by Mr. Vega. All in favor? All opposed? Before we adjourn, I wish all of you happy holidays. If you celebrate Hanukkah right now, it's in the midst of Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa. Enjoy your holidays. Be well. Thank you very much. We are adjourned.
Thank you.